Thank you. How's everybody doing? We're getting ready to start here. Deals. Route 99 of Sonic Advance 3. They have a choice on the second game. They can do 2 normal or 1 expert. I don't think anyone would choose the F and G on Chip and Dale because that means you're doing some levels you don't need to do at all. I don't think you need to do... It's either E or F that are off to the side. You don't have to do that one. I think it's E. I'll be waiting for the players to get through their rather long intro on Sonic. Once they're all past that, I'll start. Yep, they have to beat all 3 of these tasks here. Hey, the game can write Eggman however it wants. Thanks for the sub. It's a long intro. I made sure to put this first because of the length of this scene. Issues with states on the Game Boy Advance have been had, so I've been avoiding them. Everyone's ready. Ten seconds. They could pick their characters too. Yeah, they were allowed to do that. They didn't have to play Sonic. I'm looking for Route 99 being beaten. All of it. This is the game music. Some zones. Don't really know which one. It might be this one. Seesaw. There's a lot of winding around in this, a lot of retreading, and getting a different path the second time you try. Thanks for subbing with her, mate. I don't know a whole lot about this one. I know it's a long set of stages. Too long for Arcade Pit. 3 or 4 minutes a stage. Too much. But it is a Sonic game, so it's not so bad. I'm just messing around with my layout while Sonic wraps up, because this is the one game in the pack I don't know too well. There's a lot of regular Sonic obstacles here. Looks like June is making good progress though. Act 2 finished. I'm used to there being 2 acts, so is this a boss? Ugh. 3 acts and a boss. Well, they have plenty of time. 2 players on Act 3. It's a pretty good looking Sonic game, I guess. It's just, it didn't do anything special for me, so I didn't play it too much. Better than the Game Gear Sonic. That's a familiar jam. Game Gear Sonic is the one I had. I remember having Knuckles on the Game Gear and thinking that I was playing some kind of hacked, cheating version because this dude could fly and he was just better than Sonic in every way that I could see. And I still believe that Knuckles is better than Sonic. He's just better. I don't remember what version of Sonic it was. Knuckles doesn't need to jump high, you can just climb the wall. You can just skip the stage. The game wasn't designed for Knuckles, so if you played as him, you could just cheat. This is a little confusing looking mess. But I guess you just follow the signs and hope for the best. Looks like we're looking for the boss in the overworld. Where's that dude? Punk and Janae are both looking. Oh, Punk never did World 1. Janae, on the other hand, is fighting the boss. Ready for battle. Yeah, the hub world looks annoying. I'm not sure what they were thinking. It's Power Ranger Sonic. Is that boss dead already? Oh, what's this thing? The hammer bot. What the? That Funk has fallen behind, it would appear. He didn't do a stage and everyone else has wrapped up. 12 minutes have gone by, taken a little bit of time, but Sonic is getting cleared by everybody, it looks like. Janae's got no rings left, has to beat this boss with no more damage. It looks obnoxious. Janae just lost their lead. They might not be the only one who dies on this boss, though. Chaos also, and Wobbly. Everyone took a death. Janae's back in front. That Funk is at the boss as well. As soon as he finds it. Clock's ticking, 6 minutes left to save any time at all here. And they make sure that you can't get 2 hits. At least not without risk. This seems like a boss you should take your time on, even though you're in a race. It just slowly kills you otherwise. It also seems like a boss who shouldn't take this many hits. Probably should be dead by now. Janae is finished. That's game 1. Chaos has to go back to the boss, that's all. Not too far back, but did lose some progress. Bobby Python also is there. Didn't notice, I was busy making sure people typed it in. It's time for Mega Man. A game where a choice has been presented to the players. They can do this game on Expert if they're feeling it. It's up to them. If they do that, they only have to take on 1 boss. Expert is considerably harder. But it's not ridiculously so. It can still be done. Well, I mean, the difference is mostly enemies take 6 hits instead of 1. The boss takes way more damage, doesn't have any weakness, that kind of stuff. The only stage I did was Metal Man's here, so Janae's gonna be in for a hell of a time. I think they have a weakness, but like Metal Man here isn't weak to the Buster, where he is on normal. It's the same kind of normal that Mega Man 2 has. They both picked Expert. They take a lot more damage too, I think. The boss will be the hard part of Expert. everyone is done. Well, actually, Chaos is still working on it. App Funk is done with Route 99 though. And move on to Mega Man as well. Nice work. Will Chaos also beat Sonic? They took a game over, so that really slowed them down. Oh. They seem to be trying to get double hits on this thing, and it's working. Yeah, they're using iframes and coins, or rings, to keep on doubling down on this. Making up for lost time. Hey, that's Sonic across the board complete. (1554), 1555, 1758, and 1917 are our times so far. Here comes Woodman. He's harder than usual. I don't know if I'd want to be fighting this Woodman. There's probably easier bosses to go after. Pretty dangerous. Woodman has some really annoying attacks. They're very precise. And now they're sped up, so it's gross. They're not all that way, though. There is some E-tanks lying around in some of these stages, so if you go to the right one, it might be in business. I don't think Woodman is the right one, based on what I'm seeing. Here's Metal Man. He's also full of crap. But there is an E-tank right in front of his door, so I feel like he's the one that you could easily beat with that if you saved it. Was it saved? It was. June's got a really good handle on this, and they are on expert. I'm pretty confident that that's true because they just aren't doing any damage to him. So, June already done with Mega Man Ultra. Challenge complete. Moving on to Chip and Dale. That's good management of E-tanks. I figured Metal Man would be the stage that most people would pick. It is one of the easiest in this game as well. So E, as you can see by the world map there, is not a level that's even required to beat the game, so I think a lot of people skip it. It's a pretty silly level. They have 3 credits for Chip and Dale. If they use all those up, then yeah, they can just reload. That rooster doesn't give a crap. This level sucks. It's one of my least favorites. It's got no boss, and it's got this section here, which can be soft locked almost because of the way you scroll the screen upwards. It's nonsense. And Junaid put themselves in a bad place here with it because they got to get to the left side. Yeah, ugh. If you pick up the boxes, you remove your safety. They're doing alright. Oh, they're dead. Apt has beaten Metal Man. Were they playing on hard as well? Or are they only halfway done? Metal Man is not so bad on normal. Woodman apparently is, though, I guess. I didn't fight him. Never saw him be so mean before. Who's next? Well, Apfunk is going after Woodman, but he has the cutter, so maybe that'll make a difference. Also has an E-tank for later. Only one life, though. This is E stage. I actually know it pretty well because I like this game a lot and I never skipped anything. But it's one of the few stages you can skip, like 2 stages in this game. So if you're gonna skip one, it would probably be this. Can't help but notice that Metal Blade still has infinite use here. Just perpetual blades in this game cannot run out almost. I think Apfunk's got it in the bag. There's no way he's going to lose to Woodman with probably the weakness and an E-tank, right? I'm not sure that it is his weakness in this game, but you would think it would be. Are those Goombas throwing hooks? What is... fishing hooks? I don't know what they're doing. I guess they're crash bombs. Oh. Man, big energy. Apfunk's getting lucky with those. Wow. Full heal right before the boss. This flame guy on normal takes 3 hits, on already takes 6 or 9 even actually. So there's a big difference on the stage for Metal Man here. Just in that, just in the enemy's HP on the way in. You do not have to fight the antlions in Chippendale here, but you can if you feel like it. They take 2 hits. Oh, Abfunk died to the boss. Didn't get to use his E-tank or anything. Wonder if he'll go back in there. Didn't do very well at all, actually. Going back in. Doing it without the E-tank this time. fish has defeated Tourney. It only takes 5 hits to beat these Chippendale bosses. As spammy as this thing is, it still dies pretty quick. I didn't see what happened to Funk on the boss. How did he lose his E-Tank? And with that being true, why go back in is the question. You've seen the might of Woodman, and you return for more. Did he do well? Did he fall in a pit? What happened? Gadget telling us about the pipes on a level that's already beaten. Oh, the game over took his E-Tank away. That sucks. Well, if Woodman is weak to this Metal Blade, then maybe it can be done. I don't know that you're going to beat him with the Buster very easily, though. Janae's almost done. 30 minutes to clear. This level's a standard. Everyone should know this if they played the game. They had to go through this one. It's pretty straightforward compared to the last ones. F is weird and E is strange too, but it's not hard. The boss is rough. This one's a free win. Chaos has beaten the boss. Wobbly is moving on, taking 6 minutes. And I'm going to have to penalize him for that because he didn't do it on the bot right. Oh well. This is Woodman's weakness. He sure is taking a big bit of damage. So that's why Funk came back here. He found the boss's weakness, but he does have to do still pretty well against the boss to beat him. He's not going to get him on this life. Too bad he doesn't have his E-Tank. If he had just found a 1-up or something. Hopefully Funk comes back online so I can see the end of that fight, but I bet he's got it. Funk's gonna do some karaoke. Unfortunately, Funk did not beat the boss, even with the weakness. Woodman is still... Well, apparently there's better weaknesses for him, but even with the help of Metal Blade, not working out very well. So the only weirdness I've got going on here is Wobbly Python. I'll have to watch and add around 6 minutes to whatever their final time is. Everyone else is on par here. Funk has a little bit of time left to beat this boss that they need. They have about 5 minutes. So Wobbly is the only one who did not clear a challenge yet. Funk's still working on it. Mega Man Ultra. Damn. Watching these frogs take out Mega Man. There is no wrong stage in Chip and Dale. The only 3 stages left are the ones that need done. You just can't do G before doing the other 2, that's all. So you end up leaving the world. These frogs are nonsense. Oh man, Funk sliding right off the edge. I don't think I'd like to do that stage. Janae done at 35:11 in first place. Nice work. Picked up a colossal amount of time on Mega Man Ultra with the Expert Metal Man clear. Was ahead on Sonic as well, but really pulled ahead on that. Funk got kind of screwed here by Mega Man. If they had just had one more life to give to Woodman and use the E-Tank there, I think they would have been done also by now. They would have been cleaning up Chip and Dale. But because they had 0 lives going in and lost their E-Tank and went back to Woodman to try for more, he just seems like somebody you really need to be prepared for. I can't believe he came back to the Frogland here, this punishing frog zone. Punished Solid Frog. It's a very annoying thing, this frog leaping nonsense. They're just a bunch of cheaters. They just get you and knock you off the edge. That's the gimmick every time. Funk is having a hell of a time there. I wouldn't be surprised if the controls are latency heavy, also because of all the water. Funk's 20 minutes are up. It's time for them to move on. Them Wobbly and Apt timed out on this game. Chip and Dale. So again, the only weirdness here still is that Wobbly passed on Mega Man Ultra, and AppFunk didn't. They both took 20 minutes. But because AppFunk didn't pass and they went the whole time, they're in real time here. Whereas Wobbly is 6 minutes behind. So AppFunk is not as far back as it looks. And if he's good at Chippendale, he could easily catch up. This whole game, if you're good at it, you could beat it in, well, 15 minutes or less, really. If you're really good at it. So, 6 minutes is quite a bit of time. For 3 stages, just a fraction of the game. There's 10 levels. And they're full of lives and weapons to use. Wobbly's done. Their time is not 39:39, it's actually 46:39. Gives us actually 46:45. Gives us a timestamp to beat on the real-time clock there. So now we know exactly how far. Let me do some math here. So Wobbly Python's time was 14:18 on Mega Man 2. It should be 20 minutes, so I need to add... Actually, let me see. It's 5:42. I don't think AppFunk has played this before. We'll see how it goes, though. We're looking at 45:21 for Wobbly Python. There's some jams. AppFunk is having trouble. I love that dumbass boat. With that goofy waterfall. That fountain. You can keep that hammer too if you want. It's reusable. That's the appeal. Might as well. Not throwable though. I guess that sucks, right? Whatever. AppFunk really needed to be able to clear one of these 2 games that they got stuck on. How quickly can they beat the next 2 stages? Doing really good on the boss. I think they're going to be hard-pressed to finish 2 stages in 2 minutes, though. Chaos' time is 43:21. This is a short stage, but I think time is almost up. Apt got stuck on stage E for too long. These roosters, man. The funny thing is that Apt could actually jump on that box and get up there. You don't have to do this jump he's trying to do. This jump sucks. Now he's in real trouble. This level's so badly designed. If only they could have beat Woodman. Woodman was pretty close to dead, and it stopped that Funk from getting 3rd place here, maybe even 2nd. They do not have time to beat the next level. They are out for 4th place. They're not out specifically because this is the first of 3 matches, but they have taken 0 on this one. That's Group H. We do have another one for you soon. It's scheduled for 3:30. I'll see if they're ready to start or not, though. Janae gets 3 points. Chaos gets 2. Wobbly gets 1. And Apt gets 0 for this first round. Gator dodging. There's a lot of HP boosts and things like that you can find in Chippendale. It's hard and Apt to not know where they are. I don't think all of Mega Man Ultra was designed with the same difficulty. Metal Man seemed like the easiest stage in the batch, from what I saw. But the E-Tank on Metal Man stage really sells that boss fight as the one to go to. What sucks is that Apt lost because they didn't use their E-Tank. I didn't see why they didn't. They might have needed HP on the first they had 0 lives. Got the Woodman with that. Lost their E-Tank. Never used it. Effectively cutting Woodman's damage in half makes him pretty easy, so... Lost time for Funk. Not too far behind. That Woodman kill and this boss dead would have done it if they pull it off. 5 hits on this boss and it's finished. That's all you gotta do. There's a lot of ways to control this boss. He's got a huge blind spot. He's not a very exciting boss. Oh, geez, taking hits. Funk game over again. Could not get it. This is the last chance for Funk to beat this. Otherwise, they won't clear this game. Heck. Having a lot of trouble with those flies. This game is all about just carrying a box with you all the time. Time for some free art. As long as you know not to touch those spikes, that they have a huge hitbox on them, this boss doesn't really have anything they can do to you. Funk is done. Funk's time. 52:05. That's a race. A successful pack. So, June gets 3 points. Chaos Defrost gets 2. Wobbly gets 1. Let's match 1 for these folks. They have 2 more to go. Then we'll know what their final scores are for round 1. I'm gonna get group 2 ready. They should be ready soon. It might start earlier than 3:30. We'll see. I don't think I need to go offline for that, so we'll sit around and wait. I'll be right back though. The grass spider pack. It's ready. Here's your spider pack, man. These spiders do good work. You leave them alone. Lawnmower, 6 lawns, Big Mother Trucker's mission mode stop the press, run over every highlighted box. Robocop 2 stages, don't shoot the hostage. That's our set. Show me Lawnmower. Really good fonts on these. I think we're about ready. We are starting a little early, it looks like. Here we go. Lawnmower is a game where you run out of gas very quickly. It is everybody's business to focus on gas cans, or else you just won't win. You can speed up your lawnmower, and there's no penalty for doing so. You just move faster, you don't use more fuel. Ivy has found out just how bad the fuel tank is in this gas eating machine, man. It's pretty much the only way to win. You cannot clear these stages without picking up gas. You'll have to pick up quite a few. Now, I gave directions in the form of a text file with my challenges. I always do. So anyone who's not speeding up didn't read them, is the take I get. If you run over things that aren't grass, it really chews through your gas. It really messes up your lawnmower. trying to eat those weeds. As far as I can tell, there's no penalty for dashing at all. It's just hard to steer. If you steer wrong, you're in trouble too, so you might want to let off on it once in a while, but it's a NES homebrew game. We're getting to the real shit here on level 3, and so beyond that, so there's stones now, which really mess up your mower, but also the stage is getting a little big, and the fuel can be put anywhere on them, so you might get some bad RNG on that and lose the whole run. It's pretty nice with the checkpointing though. Counterpoint still working on stage 1 here. Oh, all the weeds, I guess, is what they are. I'm not sure. The bubbles, they're bad for your mower. Here's Lawn 4. It spans more than one screen. Now's where the fuel can might not even show up in a place where you can see it. You have to figure it out and pick it up in time. I think the fuel can spawns when you're half empty. Consistently, always. Half empty, here comes your fuel can. No matter what. You can also turn on a dime. You can just turn around instantly. Oh man, Ivy. Pushed it a little too fast there. Dying on these stages at this point, the last 3, big loss of time could happen because there's a lot of ground to cover and there's not really a fast way to do it. You want to be efficient. If you ignore that gas can, you're probably taking a death. There's not often that you can ignore it and finish. Only in the last like 2% of the map can you actually get that done. Otherwise, you gotta keep picking it up. Ivy done with 1-4 as well. It's 2 on 5 and 1 on 3 and 1 on 4. You must finish the lawn. Ivy's got the hang of the speedy lawnmower here. It's dangerous to do it around the stones. They really... You're pretty much done if you hit those. Honestly, they slow you down so bad. They eat up so much gas. It honestly feels like there's a hole in your lawnmower's gas canister, right? It's just leaking, and hitting the stones makes it leak even faster. Oh my. Ivy hit some weeds. Hit the rocks, half empty. Oh geez. Able to finish 5, just barely. On the last mow. The final mow. A giant field full of rocks. This game, as far as I know, has infinite lives, so progress made is progress kept. Oh, it sucks when you die right next to the gas can. 2 players did that at the same time, 5 and 6, restarting. I feel like if you do not dash on this part of the game, it's really hard because you really need that speed. Everyone's on 5 except for Ivy on 6 now. Oh man, hitting that rock. Ivy died again on 6. Escorian also on 6. Robotermite as well. Over catching up, still 1 level to go. There's just patches of uncut grass here. The cut grass looks like the uncut grass probably should, and the cut grass, you know, is reversed, but whatever. Get rid of the bright spots. It makes sense visually. Ivy is almost done. Hit another rock though. Don't want to die now. Oh geez. Oh no.
Dang.
Restarting. That's as much progress as you can lose. They didn't gas it up enough. They didn't get going. I think what you should do probably is get rid of the obnoxious grass first around each one of these rocks. Give yourself a lot of room to just jet after that. Oh, that was close. Ivy saved that one. 89% on Robotermite might have it. I could just hold on for a little bit longer. Ivy keeps hitting those rocks. They're devastating. Counterpoint's having trouble with level 5. Robotermite can probably finish on this set of fuel. Going back for a fuel can anyway. Make sure. There is music in this. It's not varied up though. Robotermite done with game 1. Lawnmower is finished. 6 mows completed. Ivy lost their lead here, getting stuck on stage 6. Hit too many rocks. She's coming close over and over again. Looks like they are trying to clear up one side completely so that they can just focus on the left. Hopefully the fuel spawns over there. That's what really matters. Big Mother Truckers is on the scene. I wonder if I can get the OST for Game Boy Advance. Big Mother Truckers. This may be one of the few times where I cannot get that. I certainly can get the real Big Mother Truckers OST though. So I question if I should play Born to Be Wild and other songs like that. Ivy did not make it again, damn. Tell you what I'll do. I'll load up Big Mother Truckers. and we all can enjoy it. So Big Mother Trucker's pretty latency heavy driving game. The goal of this mission is to hit every single target on the map, of which there are quite a few. There you go. Everyone's on 6 now. The game signposts pretty well. I mean, people like Big Mother Truckers for a reason. It's goofy, but also it's reasonably fair. Man, Ivy's like one tile away from losing again there. Very close. 85% on Ascorian, almost done as well. Really need to dodge those rocks. It's very important. Oh, Ivy died again on 80%. Ascorian died at 90. It looks like Counterpoint Clover is in the lead of the remaining Lawnmowers right now if they can stay alive. "12 minutes up on lawn mowing." Almost ate it there. 95% Counterpoint still alive. Counterpoint has finished lawn mowing. That leaves 2. Now for the real game. There's not a whole lot to Big Mother Truckers here. You can change gears. Ah, Ivy got hoisted again by that gas can. You can change gears and it wants you to. It doesn't stop yelling at you to until you do, so it's very clear about wanting to do that. You have enough fuel to do this job. You gotta find something like, 12 or 13 mailboxes that you're running over because you don't like the mail in this mission, I guess. You're some kind of weird monster demon truck driver in this game, so of course you're after the mail for some reason. Fuel shouldn't be a concern unless you're driving pretty slow, but in that case you're probably out of time. I think the most frustrating thing about the Lawnmower game is that you really want to try and... You shouldn't want to, but you do. You always want to try and get as much grass as you can per can, as if it makes any difference. You don't want to be chasing the can around and not making progress. But that tricks you into going too far, just a little bit too far. And then you end up game overing on nothing, really. Like, Ivy can clear 95% of the stage just fine. It's that last 5%. And nothing changes. The game is the same. They're just getting too into the efficiency idea. Looks like they might have it this time, though. Ivy's moving on to Big Mother Truckers. That leaves just the Ascorian working on it. I mean, I'm pretty happy with this jam, but I'll just play Big Mother Truckers on the side. I'm not afraid to play Big Mother Truckers. Here, we'll play what they're hearing. I mean, this is a canonical listening experience anyway. I'm playing the mission right now with sound effects off, so you can enjoy the same sounds that the players... Yeah. Good stuff. Termite has finished the presses very quickly. What a big master trucker. If you go the wrong way, if you miss a single post office box or whatever, Ascorian's done with the first game as well. That's Lawnmower complete. If you miss anything in Big Mother Truckers, they're gonna stop you and you're finished. New song. We'll go through the OST this way. The only thing about the Robocop OST is the theme song for Robocop is in it in a NES style, and it's alright. There's not much to it, aside from that. But that's okay, there's not much to the game either. I'm focused on Big Mother Truckers right now. I know one of the players is on Robocop, Termite, but we'll talk about Robocop when we're all there. I'm busy driving my truck, man. I think if the players don't change gears, they're in trouble. You really need that speed. If you don't change gears, you're just driving really slowly. Yeah, you drive literally twice as fast when you shift up. Yeah, it's very important. Taking notes as I play. I don't think you can do it without shifting because you just do not have enough time. It's already pretty strict. It's not a long mission, as Termite proved. You can beat it in a couple minutes if you do it right, but you do need to hit every single turn right. At least they're clearly signposted. You also need to hit every single box. They all give you time bonuses anyway, so would recommend. It's a little strange to drive, but Mario Kart on the GBA is honestly worse. The strangeness comes from that you're driving a truck. It's two parts. And all the force comes in the front. You park eventually, I think, at the end of some of these missions, but not this one. This mission's about running over mail. That's it. We just kind of changed stations on our own there. Three mailboxes to go for me. How the player's doing? Ivy's finished.
Welcome back to Yeehaw FM, folks. Yeehaw!
Excellent work. We're trucking fine. I just got my next to last mailbox on my run of it, so I'll be done soon with this. I was just giving it another run, learn some things about big mother truckers. To get that radio playing. I'm glad I did. Once they reach the city, they're really starting to get there, but the on-screen display is accurate to how much they have left. Bottom right. Scorian is also wrapped up. Some real good truck drivers here. Counterpoint Clover has 5 left. Jaws links with sub. So Robocop. I guess it's time to switch to Robocop's OST. It's not too bad of a game. It's pretty slow and cumbersome, but it's not unfair. You get a lot of healing. Don't worry, it's a robot dog, probably. I don't know. The P gives you HP back and the T gives you time. I think that's time. It's the electricity over there. Robotermite is getting close to the exit of stage 2. Counterpoint Clover is 1 mailbox away from also being on the final game here. Big Mother Truckers has been defeated. It's a close race. There's a couple gotchas in stage 2. The letters are simply the number of the group. This is Group D. You can find them on the bracket that way, if you're interested in a specific group. This Rock'em Sock'em boss that you cannot shoot becomes a regular enemy that everyone is fighting right now, except for Counterpoint, who just got here. A robot fist is more powerful than a bullet. So there is a thing coming up that all the players are gonna have to deal with. I don't know if Counterpoint found out how to use the gun, which might be a troublesome thing later. The wall has taken another prisoner. Robocop is not discouraged about shooting the hostage. So this thing that's killing the players, you can destroy it. That spiky wall, as Ivy just did. The actual goal is what Robo-Termite did. And pretty precisely punching the wall itself. I hope you got hoisted as well. The command is myst. On screen. MYST. There is a continue. They don't need to do level 1 again. It's not long though. Once you know what to do in this game, you can kind of just walk through it. It's not very hard. This boss that's hoisting everyone is also... It has iframes on it in the form of you can't shoot right now or you'll hurt the guy. But even once you know that, it's still really easy. I'm not surprised that it's gaming over people though, because it is a trap. It's nonsense. Ivy's back on stage 1 boss. Almost back to where the continue would have dropped him. Should be cruising soon. I don't think stage 2 is anything up to the point of the spike wall on the final boss. Flamethrower guy's death animation is very much a I can't believe this kind of animation. Can't believe this robot. Everyone's having a bad day with this Level 2 Robocop. Only 6 minutes left for Termite to get a good time on this. A finish. They bought themselves a lot of time with the other games, though. No one's passed on anything yet, so we're in real time here. The Robocop finish is the race at this point. I don't know what's going on with the UI. I don't know what those functions are. Why are they blinking? I don't know what any of that is. Ivy's on the boss again. Gotta be real careful about shooting that hostage. You lose HP real quick. Down to 1 HP, Ivy. I think it's a bad situation to be in, unfortunately, because that boss has other tricks up its sleeve yet. You really can't go for more than one shot. I even wrote that in the directions. I'm like, be very careful. If you try and get two, you might find yourself doomed. Oh, he jumped out of the way and the hostage was shot. Continue was found this time, though. Well, she got there quickly. It won't take her long to get there again. Almost done with that part. That boss was nearly defeated when it starts pulling off that trick. Everyone's past stage 1 at least. So, we're just looking for somebody to beat that boss. Man, this game overs. If only Robocop had more than one Robocop buddy to send on these missions. Termite has frozen, but they don't have enough time to do another game anyway, I don't think. Ivy's made it to the boss with a lot of power this time. Uh-oh, Ivy. Ah, beaten by that boss. Jeez. Almost got him. 36:27 is the time. And that means that because Ivy barely lost to that boss there, they lost first place for sure. Hermite is the winner. No one's catching up to that. The game is freezing on these players and making them do level 1 again, it would appear. That's just the way Robocop is, I guess. Thank you for the raid. Nearly everyone has done level 1 more than once, though. At this point. Yeah, I think that you're right. I think it is limited continues and not the game breaking that is happening to these players. It just feels like something else. How many stars are on that flag? Is it accurate? It's very important. It looks like 48 to me. Actually, it looks like 56. Lucy taking, Ivy taking no prisoners. My bad. And that is Ivy's done. Ivy beat the game 38-34. Second place. Made it to the target practice. Is this Counterpoint's first time here? I like the response to this Iron Maiden coming in. No one really knows what to do with it. It's nonsense. Why is it here? Scorian knows the score. Moving forward. This weird boss, man. So there's limited continues, it doesn't start you on the continue selection, and it doesn't really explain why you game overed. I sure don't know how to play this Friday the 13th game either. It's quite weird. It's very jolly looking for what it is too. I think the players are hitting their 20-minute limit here on this last game. Counterpoint got here last. They need to finish before that 20 minutes on a scoring is up. Streets of Rage going on here. A skate. Scorian's trying to do some proximity boss fights going on here. Oh no! It's such a gimmick. Hostage defeated. Man, Skate's powerful. It's a puzzle boss, so definitely what you want to do is get fairly close to the boss and duck. Wait until he shoots over your head, stand up, blast him once. And only once. Sometimes you have time for 2 shots, but it's not worth the risk at all in this setting. You're not speedrunning this thing, you're trying to win. You don't want to fail. So just 1 shot, 4 or 5 of those, and you'll get to phase 2 where he gets rid of the hostage and then for some reason becomes immune to bullets and you have to not shoot anymore. If you try to shoot, he'll jump over it and you'll hit the hostage. So what you actually have to do is go punch him, which is tough because he jumps around quite a bit, but punching him works. That's the boss. So here we see Scorian not ducking, so they're just eating some damage, which I don't know how much they can tank of that. Not enough, I don't think. Looks like they've got the hang of what needs to happen. Okay, they're on phase 2 of Punch Time, defeated by this crazy guy. Time is up. Everyone is finished. Our times coming up. A 2-minute spread. 45-21, 43-20. Scorian takes 3rd place. Robotoman is first, Ivy is second. Scoring is third, Counterpoint is fourth. That is match D, round 1. We're not doing another match until 6, so we have 2 hours. See you then, folks. Actually, it's at 7. We have 3 hours. A little bit less than 3 hours from now, we'll do our next match. Take a little break. No, I'm right. I'm right the first time. It is 6. I don't know why I put 7 and 8 in the title. It's 6 and 7, so 6 and 7 we're doing a double round match for group, and that's all we got today for you. So I'll see you in 2 hours. See you later, everybody.